Traits are a new feature that was added in Grace's Spread the Love update, with two different categories of them, that being regular traits and bound traits. And let me say, some of them are insanely broken. Regular traits, are regular, but bound traits are all connected to an entity. Due to this, I won't be featuring them since they don't really help you, apart from the slight speed boost they give after you encounter it. Okay, well, let's begin. First up is the steel-toed trait. The main effect of this trait is the fact that you can slide through every door. Every door you do kick open speed boosts everyone, which is pretty useful. Although its downside is that you can't open doors normally, which honestly isn't even that bad, as most of the time you'll be sliding through doors anyway. I feel like a good rating for this will be in the alright tier. Could be better, but also could be worse. Next up is Cog. Cog is honestly one of my favourite traits, as it has an increased range for the break room features, and also the plug gets put in your inventory rather than your hands, meaning you can walk up to the door, then sock it, and be on your way. It's very good, especially if you're needing to have your flashlight out to deal with other entities, although its downside is quite annoying, as it occasionally summons Cuckoo. It definitely counters how good the Cog is, but it's still good nonetheless. So for that reason, I'll put that in the amazing tier. Domehead. Why did they make this a trait? Its main effects are being able to ricochet off the walls when sliding into them, and a 50% increase to your turn speed when sliding. The 50% increase is actually quite good though, but it's more so the ricocheting off walls part. This is genuinely one of the worst traits to ever be invented. I mean, like, what situation would I need to ricochet off a bunch of walls? Yeah, so obviously this is not an ideal trait, unless you want the extra turn speed. I'm putting this in the why would I use this tier. Up next is the Fist of Steel. Honestly, I like this trait, although it's very situational, so it's not always a great option to choose. Every 30 rooms, if you wall kick and slide into a blast door, also known as a lever room door, while in the air, you can break it open, allowing you to complete the breaker room earlier. Honestly, it's not terrible, but very situational. I really don't mind it, but I'd rather use something else that's better. I'll put this in the situational tier. Goober Cookie. Oh my, this trait is actually good. Why may this trait be so good? Well, its Spread the Love effect is every door open gives everybody a speed boost, which is very powerful when going through rooms fast. What makes it even better is it still counts when you're darting, so if you're going over multiple rooms, the door's still open, which gives you the speed boost, making it way better. It is quite a small boost, but still comes in handy if you can make a good distance over a course of rooms. Also, its downside is hardly an issue, as all it does is just spawning goobers on your screen. This is definitely a go-to pick whenever picking traits. I'll put this in the incredibly OP tier. Honk trait. This trait is a curse to the game. The worst of all the traits. Its ability, plus 100% slide speed, which is very good, but its downside is every fourth slide is backwards. Who even came up with this idea? How evil can you be? This is genuinely just the bottom of the barrel of all traits and should never be touched, unless you hate yourself that much. Take a wild guess where this trait's gonna be going. Alright, well, now that I've got Honk out the way, let's move on to one of the best traits in the game, the Rosary Ring. Now, why is the Rosary Ring so good, you may ask? Well, it's because of its one singular effect. The effect is every 10th crouch gives you a strong speed boost. The thing is though, you can just stack this effect as much as you want with an auto clicker or just by clicking yourself. And when you're ready, you can go flying. Maybe not flying, but you can go incredibly fast. It's very overpowered, but most of the time you want to be moving and not standing still and spam crouching. So it's only really good for when you're in safe rooms or for when you're about to enter the first room. Nonetheless, still a very good trait, despite it being situational in some cases. Honestly, I'll just put this in the incredibly OP tier, because it can be used in some interesting ways. Next up is the Teddy, another pretty good trait. Its main effect is while being in the air, Slight and Heat cannot move, but if you are on the ground, they will move faster than normal. It's a super good trait, especially when you're darting, as you don't have to worry about slight and heat while in the air. I'll definitely put this in the amazing tier. Last but not least is the best trait in the whole game, the 10-point crampons. Why I made this be the best trait in the game, you may ask? Well, instead of getting 2 wall kicks, you get 4. The downside is hardly noticeable too, which is you are weighed down more. Although it really doesn't matter, as if you know how to dart, you'll be flying over all the rooms anyway. I'll rank this at the incredibly OP tier. Well, that's all the regular traits. I would talk about the bounded traits, although like I said before, they don't really provide similar benefits like regular traits do. Obviously, this is just my opinion, and everyone else will have a different one to me. Okay, that's all from me. Hopefully this video provided at least some sort of good insight into each trait. Next I'll be making videos on speedrunning, which I've been asked to do quite a lot actually, which is interesting. So expect those soon. Goodbye now.
Oh
my god!